Welcome to the ReGenX generator demonstration video series. In this video, we are going to be demonstrating ReGenX generator performance, infinite efficiency to an AC load. And we are going to be demonstrating the ReGenX generator's performance, infinite efficiency to a DC load. And then we're going to be demonstrating the ReGenX motor coils, infinite efficiency performance. And what I'll be doing during the demonstration is I'll be using these cards here to demonstrate which part of the demonstration we're in. So the first step is to bring the system up to rotational equilibrium. At rotational equilibrium, the net torque in the drive shaft is 0, and the power, mechanical power in the drive shaft, which is the torque times the speed, the mechanical power is also 0. So then what I'll be doing is placing the conventional generator coil that's in the prototype onto the load here, and what we will observe is we will deliver approximately 30 watts from our conventional coil to our load, and we will observe that the prime mover input power consumption increases by more than 30 watts. And that's conventional generator operation, Lenz's law, Newton's third law. For a reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And the prime mover input consumption will go up by about 36 watts. And these numbers are approximate depending on where we set the idle input, the no-load input. And the efficiency of the conventional generator, as per all electric generators, is less than 100%. So then we are going to engage the ReGenX generator in the prototype. And the ReGenX generator will deliver about 32 watts to the load. And the prime mover increase will be 0. So above what is required to establish rotational equilibrium, there will be no additional power required by the ReGenX generator when it's delivering power to the load. And because we started with a drive shaft that had 0 mechanical watts in it, if the prime mover input doesn't increase, then that means that the mechanical power in the drive shaft when it's on load is 0, and that is infinite efficiency performance, and that's what we're going to see. Then we're going to go, and that's the ReGenX generator's AC performance. Then we're going to go to the ReGenX generator's DC performance, and the coils are connected to a battery which is in the e-bike. I'll back the camera up when I'm done and show you the e-bike. And we'll deliver approximately 50 watts to the motorcycle's battery. And the prime mover will not increase. In fact, what you'll see in the DC performance is the prime mover's power consumption will go down. And again, if the prime mover increase when the generator is placed on load equals 0, then that's also infinite efficiency performance. And then finally, we will show the ReGenX motor coils performance. And what we're going to see is we're going to basically look at the no load speed with our tachometer, and the no load rotational equilibrium speed will be approximately 3,400 RPM. And we will use the ReGenX motor coils to increase the kinetic energy of the system, but we are not putting any electrical power into the motor coils. The motor coils are the ReGenX motor coils operate at infinite efficiency. They increase the kinetic energy of the system with 0 electric input watts. Okay, so let's bring our system up to rotational equilibrium, just as a little introduction here. So we have our prime mover, which is an induction motor, and we're feeding the input to the prime mover from our variac, and we're measuring the input power to the variac. And we have 2 coils in the prototype, and they're basically color-coded yellow and green. And we'll be placing them on load with this switch. And this is our DC switch. So the output from the coils is fed through the rectifier, which goes into the battery that's in the electric motor cycle. Okay, so we'll fire it up. And I'm using the cards because once the system is up to speed, you won't be able to hear me on the camera. So these are the leads to one of the ReGenX coils that's in the prototype. And these are the leads to the other one. And in regenerative acceleration motor mode, or ReGenX motor coil operation, there's no input going to the coils. So that's it. ReGenX generator infinite efficiency operation in AC mode, in DC mode, and ReGenX motor infinite efficiency just by essentially just shorting out the coils, and conventional generator operation, where we see that whatever amount of power we take from the generator in conventional operation and deliver to a load, we need to supply that much power back to the prime mover to keep the system going. And in the ReGenX generator operation, no increase in prime mover power consumption is required, meaning that no additional mechanical power is delivered to the drive shaft. And in this demonstration, we're delivering 30 watts to the load with 32 watts to the load at infinite efficiency. At that number could be the output to the load could be any number. It could be 1 million watts or 100 million watts, and the prime mover increase on load with 1 million watts of output will still be 0. What the ReGenX generator does is it eliminates generator armature reaction from the electricity generation paradigm, and it eliminates the need for mechanical input power in the drive shaft when the generator is generating electricity. And in electric vehicle operation, what you saw was the system speed increase in DC mode in electric vehicle or electric mobility applications. That is electric vehicle regenerative acceleration, whereby the electric vehicle's batteries are recharged and the electric vehicle is accelerated while recharging the batteries, rather than being decelerated as per regenerative braking. So to recap, electric power generation with 0 mechanical input power, and electric vehicle operation with acceleration and motor coils that increase the kinetic energy of the system without any input power. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Cheers.